Hello and welcome to NDTV. I'm Rohit Khilnani. We're trying to get you as many interviews as possible during this lockdown. Joining me now on this telecast is actress Rakul Preet Singh. Rakul, firstly, thank you so much for joining me.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on NDTV.
Rakul, I've done so many interviews with you face to face. These are different times, so here we are. Tell me, how's the lockdown treating you? What's keeping you busy?
Well, the lockdown so far is not that bad. There are a lot of things that are keeping me busy, from reading to watching a lot of digital stuff, just giving some me time, looking inward, sitting in peace, which you generally don't get the time for. So yes, there are a bunch of things that I am doing. The lockdown is much easier for me, and I do understand that there are a lot of people right now who are finding it difficult to meet ends, with our daily wage earners and people who sort of dangling on the edges in terms of their jobs. But all I'd like to say at this point is that this is no different for anyone. Each one has to leave our work and be at home, and I really, my heart reaches out to everyone, and I hope everyone's treating their lockdown in the best possible way that they can.
Rakul, do you think people are taking this lockdown as seriously as they should?
Well, I do know that a certain section of the society understands the importance of lockdown, but there are still a few which I don't know why they fail to understand that the situation can get really out of hands in case not controlled at an early stage. We are a country with billions of people and different stratas of the society coming from different communities, and there's a lot of there are slums which have huge population, overly populated. So it is very important for our country, for everyone who's watching this, for each one of you, very important to please stay at home. There's no work that needs to be done immediately, unless of course it's your household groceries, but please understand that you're putting the lives of other people at risk, not just yours, your loved ones, your families, so senior citizens who might not be able to deal with the virus. So even for the people who have not taken it seriously, I'd just say that please take it seriously. And I think the government is doing a fantastic job with putting this lockdown, and the cops are outside sort of doing sending people back home, but we all should have the responsibility of doing it ourselves as opposed to someone forcing us to do it.
Right. Rakul, this is also a time where people are discovering their own hobbies. What is it that you're doing now that you didn't do earlier because you didn't have the time?
Every time I was shooting, there was so much that I used to think that I'm going to do this, read that, watch this series, watch this movie. But when you're shooting, you don't get the time for anything. So I think I've got all my books out. I've joined one or two, virtual online courses. So my day starts still early, starting with my workout, followed by yoga, and I've inculcated a little bit of meditation now. So I'm doing that, and by then it's lunchtime, and then I get into some reading and the scripts that were supposed to be read. There are some books that I really wanted to read. I'm doing that. I'm reading Amar Chitrakatha again. I just thought I should brush up my mythology a little bit. And in the evenings, it's again watching some stuff, playing games with my brother. My younger brother's also here with me, luckily. So yeah, watching a lot of stuff online, a lot of films.
Rakul, tell me this. Are you the kind of person who likes sitting at home like that? Are you enjoying this phase? Or are you someone who's always out and working, and even now you can't wait for the lockdown to get over so that you can go out and just do your work and do everything that you're missing?
So a little bit of both, actually. I was always a person who was out. I barely sat at home. This is the longest break of my life ever since I started working, or even before that, because I was in a lot of co-curricular and I was into golf, and I've never really sat down at home. So every time I was working, I used to think of my, how would it be to just not do anything for a few days. I don't think I was prepared for it, but then when this is the only option you have, you got to make the best of it. So I'm honestly pretty okay. I'm not really looking forward to jumping and going out, and I'm not missing that. I think it's for everyone's I think it's for everyone's good that we all stay at home and understand that we have to do this right now. So I'm pretty much enjoying my me time. I don't think I'm that boring a company of my own self.
I'm sure you're great company. Right. Also, what's important, Rakul, is to be physically fit during this lockdown. Is there some exercise routine that you follow that you can share with our viewers?
Like I said, yes, of course, workout is as important for me as it is to eat food, and that's the first thing that I start my day with still. I'm virtually training, so my trainer trains me virtually, and we're using all kinds of house props as the workout props, and I'm doing my yoga also virtually. So both of that is on, and it is very important. I think in times like this, specifically when you're sitting at home, your activity levels have completely dropped, and then all you can think of, at least I can think of, is what am I eating in the next meal. So it's important to work out, and also for mental sanity, I think. And right now I'd just like to add, because we're talking about that people are talking about immunity. So everyone needs to understand that immunity doesn't come with popping one vitamin C on one day. Today, people who are surviving the virus in a better way are the ones who have stronger immune systems. So guys, please make it a lifestyle change, work out a little bit. You don't really need a gym, you don't really need equipment. All you need is willpower, and it'll really come a long way in your healthy living.
Great, lovely chatting with you. Hopefully, we'll meet soon. Thank you so much for talking to NDTV.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'd just like to give a message to all the viewers that, guys, please stay safe. Please stay home. This is for all of us together. And I'm sure once all of this is over, we can all celebrate together as global citizens of the world, having defeated the virus. Lots of love.
Thank you, Rakul. Thank you so much, and stay safe.